Welcome to Somerset High School's commencement ceremony. For the graduating class of 2014, my name is Mark Kailiponi, principal of Somerset High School, and I would like to welcome everyone this evening to the commencement ceremony for Somerset High School's graduating class of 2014. It gives me great pleasure at this time to introduce our honored guests who are here this evening for this very special occasion. On stage, we have the Bellflower Unified School District Board of Education President, Ms. Debbie Quadros, Vice President, Mr. Jerry Cleveland, Clerk, Dr. Paul Helzer, Board Member, Ms. Laura Sanchez Ramirez, and Board Member, Dr. Sue L. Hessen. On stage, we also have our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Brian Jacobs, and our Assistant Superintendent of Educational Services, Mr. Joseph Perry. Our Assistant Superintendent of Instruction, Personnel, and Programs, Mrs. Lisa Acevedo, and Mr. Patrick Dixon, Principal of Bellflower Unified District's Adult Reentry Program. I would also like to introduce our counselor who is with us and with the graduates right now, Ms. Belinda Davila. And I would like to introduce some other people who are joining us here this evening, seated next to us. Ms. Tracy Rakowski, Administrator of Special Education. Ms. Janan Hughes, Director of State and Federal Programs. And Ms. Carrie Ignara, Director of Student Support Services. I also like to acknowledge the presence of community service worker, Ms. Isabel Chagola, support staff, Ms. Esther Contreras, and Ms. Kim Gaither, who is contracted from an outside agency, who is our probation officer on campus. It also gives me great pleasure to introduce our teachers who have helped the students achieve their goals of completing the requirements for this rite of passage this evening. Mr. Alex Kubek, Mr. David Howard, Mr. Michael Magnera, Mr. Abel Macias, Mr. Daniel Claddy, Ms. Jill Adams, Ms. Deborah Reynolds, Ms. Monique Cruza, Ms. Elsa Morgan, Mr. Joel Fisher, Ms. Sharon Kaler, Mr. Mark Johnson, Mr. Michael Luce, Ms. Sally Tate, Independent Studies, Ms. Erin Bale, Ms. Amy Schoenbaum, and Ms. Tamara Gar. Thank you, teachers. Another important component of high school is being connected to the school and helping to make it a better environment for all students. I would like to acknowledge a group of students who did just that through their service as members of the Student Council of the Associated Student Body, or ASB. Will the graduates who served on Student Council please stand for your well-deserved recognition? Please stand. I also want to acknowledge their advisors, Mr. Michael Magnera, Mrs. Monique Cruza, and Mrs. Esther Contreras. Thank you. Tonight, we celebrate the achievements of students from Somerset High School and Adult Reentry. In a few minutes, we will hear from 3 graduates and their personal journey, about their personal journey to this evening. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of the teachers and staff for helping to make all of the students here this evening a success in their own right. I would also like to thank our Board of Education, Superintendent, and District Administration for their support of Somerset High School. At this time, we have 3 graduates who will be sharing their journeys and achievements which led them here tonight. I'm certain that part of their journeys are very similar to those of many of our graduates. All of our graduates should be commended for their hard work and perseverance. Our first speaker this evening is Daniel Mota, who will be sharing with us words of encouragement on this memorable evening.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming out. I just wanted to start off by saying thank you to all the Somerset staff for making it possible for each and every one of us. Coming to Somerset gave me the opportunity to fix some mistakes I made in the past. It made me realize who was actually there for me. Coming to Somerset was honestly one of the best things that has ever happened to me. First off, I want to thank Mr. Caliponi, always encouraging us to earn our credits. The determination I saw in his eyes since the day I got here have always been the same. He had one goal, and that goal was for us to graduate. And Mr. K, I just wanted to say, we did it, man. I also wanted to thank my friends and family for always being by my side through thick and thin. You guys gave me the strength when I was weak. I also wanted to thank all those people who doubted each and every one of us, who said we couldn't do it. They also gave us some motivation to be better people. So I quote, "Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and convictions. It doesn't matter that your dream came true if you spent your whole life sleeping. So get out there and go for it. But don't be caught waiting. It's great to plan for your future, but don't forget to live in the present, because really nothing ever happens in the future. Whatever happens, happens now. So live life where the action is now." So I ask you, class of 2014, to not look at this as the end. Look at this as the first step of our success. Thank you, Base God.
Thank you, Daniel. Our next speaker is Crystalline Manning. And I'd like to invite her up to the stand at this time. Come on.
Hello, everyone. First, I'd like to start by congratulating my class of 2014. The year is finally here. I stand before you a prime example of why today holds so much importance. In my high school years, I excelled in many of my classes, was always top 10 amongst my peers, participated in extracurricular activities like track, cross country, as well as being president of my junior class. However, in my senior year, I moved to another city and I came down with a bad case of senioritis. My graduation year was naturally intended to be 2008. It is now 2014. I'll let you do the math. Second, I want to know that I'm glad that I'm here with all of you on this day so that we can share this moment together. During my ailment, I had 2 beautiful children, a little girl, Ariel Rose, and a little boy, Logan Alexander. God blessed me with these babies, and as a parent, I realized that my responsibility, first and foremost, is to take care of them and put their needs before mine. That meant to put my life on hold. Sorry. It's hard as a parent to look at your child and feel as though you haven't done your best in order to provide them with a better life. I decided that I was tired of telling everyone how smart I was and instead wanted to show everyone how smart I am. Thank God for my sister Myra, who helped me to watch my kids in order for me to complete the first step in the life that I desire for me and for my children. In our lives, we are faced with challenges. All of us have our own demons, our own distractions, our own demands that we must confront and learn to conquer in order to pursue our personal goals. From the person to the left of you to the person of the right of you, we all have our own reasons for being where we are today. But the most important thing is that we are here. Each of us have achieved the same goal, and for that, we should be proud of what we have accomplished. Remember that you are your own strength and that you can do whatever you truly desire. So always strive to achieve what you must perceive as the impossible, because we do not know what we truly are capable of until we have achieved it, and then it will be magnificent. Use today as only a stepping stone in your journey to success. You have all done so well, and everyone in this crowd is proud of what you have done today and are anxious to see the person that you will become. Let today only be a glimpse of light within the darkness, for tomorrow we will shine bright like the stars. Congratulations, class of 2014, we did it.
Thank you, Crystalline. Our final graduate speaker this evening is a very special young woman who embodies the spirit of Somerset. Will Caitlin Clam please come to the stage?
Good evening, parents, teachers, wherever you are, I don't know, administrators, family, friends, and of course, class of 2014. It's my pleasure to be standing here before you all today speaking on behalf of this year's graduating class. Before I begin my speech, however, I'd like to share some news with my parents. Mom, Dad, where are you? Okay. So now that I'm officially graduated, I've decided that it's time I live on my own. That being said, your belongings are on the front porch. You can take the dog, but Anna and Aiden stay. Melvin too. I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for you guys. If it weren't for the support and the constant pep talks that you guys have so kindly provided me with. I know I've spent all these years complaining about how you wouldn't get off my back, but I've come to realize you're the ones who've only had my back. And I thank you for always giving me that extra push I need to reach my goals. Growing up, I was always told you never really know the true value of something until it becomes a memory. And now standing here today, I realize that. These last 4 years have been interesting, to say the least. Senior year especially. I've made lifelong friends, and I've learned that though you may build a connection with some people, not everyone you lose is a loss. I've realized that you're your own biggest critic, but you're also your #1 fan. I've come to accept the fact that true terror will be the day I wake up and realize that my high school class is running the country. I've learned that mistakes are inevitable, so make as many mistakes as you need until the lesson behind it is learned, and then a few more times just to be sure. I've grasped the concept of forgiveness. Most importantly, though, this last year at Somerset has taught me that everything you do is based on choices you make. It's not your parents, your past relationships, your job, the weather, your age, or even the economy to blame. You and only you are responsible for the decision and choices you make. Feel it? Coincidentally, the choices we've made have led us here to Somerset, whether it be bad grades, disciplinary reasons, social problems, attendance, or lack thereof, or whatever possible reason we landed here. Despite the obstacles we faced, the days we wanted to call it quits, and all the people who expected us to fail, we're still here today graduating. So don't think that you've lost time. Your journey has molded you for the greater good, and it was exactly what you needed. It took each and every situation you have encountered to bring you to the now, and now is right on time. And I personally think we owe a big thank you to Somerset and its staff for helping us graduate on time. So I think I speak for the entire class when I say thank you. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to earn our diplomas, for going the extra mile to make sure we got our entire high school experience, for treating us like young adults instead of just some misfit teenagers, and most of all, thank you for all the memories and lessons you've bestowed upon us to carry with us for the rest of our tomorrows. So as we part with what's familiar to us in order to find our place in this unpredictably hectic world, I'd like to leave you guys with these final thoughts. Never be afraid to take advantage of an opportunity because you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Accept that life will try to knock you down every day, but the goal is to stand up and push back harder. Invest in yourself in such ways as staying humble, being educated, dressing well, and getting those paychecks. Make the best of what you have while you work to get whatever it is you want in life, and be patient because success requires a solid work ethic. So as we leave the set for the last time, this means no coming back on Mondays or waiting around for Fridays. No more terrible food or waiting for that bell to ring to finally go home. No more seeing your friends or your crush for those few minutes between class. No more living in constant fear of getting dress code, and I could not be happier that this school year is ending. So I'm not going to end this with a goodbye because we really never know when the last goodbye is, but simply a see you later. Thank you.
Thank you, Caitlin. I would like to thank our three graduate speakers for sharing with us their experiences. All of them are truly remarkable, and we're very proud of them for their accomplishments. Thank you, all three of you. Next, I'd like to present some awards. First of all, our Blockbuster Award, which is our version of the Student of the Month. This award is given to those students who have shown high academic productivity, positive behavior, and good attendance. We have 6 graduating seniors who have been recognized for this honor. I would like for you to stand as I call your name. These 6 students are wearing the gold medallions with yellow and black ribbon over their robes. For Block 1, Bethany Escobar. Block 3, Brenda Islas. Block 5, Caitlin Anderson. Block 7, Angel Martinez and Sergio Regalado. And Block 8, Vidal Sosa. Congratulations, Blockbusters. You may be seated. We would also like to recognize the Student of the Year recipient for California Continuing Education Association. Please stand and be recognized, Caitlin Clam. You may be seated. At Somerset, we have perpetual awards that we give every year. A long tradition at Somerset is recognizing students and supporters of our program. Ms. Elsa Morgan Senior advisor will share with you the descriptions of our awards and announce the recipients.
Good evening. It is truly an honor to announce these award winners. These people were nominated by all of the teachers, and we had a good group this year, and so they are the best of the best. The first award is the R.F. Kennedy Award, which is given to the student who has been most involved in school activities, including community affairs, Kiwanis, board rep. And our award winner is the CCEA Student of the Year, Caitlin Clan. The next award is the Joseph O. Stitz Award. This award is given to the student who has shown the most individual growth in areas such as attitude, academics, attendance, maturity, and initiative. The Joseph O. Stitz Award goes to Lexus Knight. The Bernard Raven Spirit of Somerset Award is given to the student who embodies the spirit and philosophy of the school. And that award goes to Mary Jones. The Marilyn McDonald Scholarship Award is given to a student who is planning a career in education or counseling and who has excelled as a Somerset student. The student also volunteered at Ramona, and she is planning to work with young children. So the Marilyn McDowell Scholarship Award goes to Caitlin Anderson. The next award goes to a very hardworking young man. It's the Frank Wallant Award, which is given to the most industrious student of this current school year. It is usually given to the student who has earned the most credits. This year, our award winner is Angel Martinez. And last but not least is the Judy C. Reyes Award. This award is given to a student who has become a positive role model for others at our school. This year, the Judy C. Reyes Award is given to Jose Casas. Thank you.
Each year, the Arlene Emerson Award is given to a person or group who has contributed greatly to Somerset High School. This year, the individual chosen for this award has laid the foundation for what Somerset High School is today. He has increased the rigor of instruction, implemented new programs, and maintained a standard of excellence, helping Somerset High School earn the Model Continuation Award, the Model Continuation High School Award for 4 straight terms. He has given his utmost for Somerset High School as a teacher for 10 years, for over 10 years, and as a Somerset principal for 11 years. It gives me great pleasure to award the Arlene Emerson Award to Mr. Patrick Dixon, Principal of Adult Reentry and the Bay Center. Mr. Dixon, please join me on the stage to accept this award for your contributions to the Somerset program. Congratulations. We have several organizations awarding scholarships to our students this year. The Bellflower Kiwanis donated a vocational scholarship of $500 in SNAP tools on June 3rd. I'd like to invite Jacob Bartholomew to come up, please. Jacob, come on up here. Congratulations. Now, Jacob has already received that $500 worth of SNAP tools, Snap-on tools, and he is attending Cerritos College at this time, working towards a degree in auto mechanics. Please give a great hand to Jacob Bartholomew. Good job, Jacob. We greatly appreciate the Bellflower Kiwanis support of Somerset High School. We have 2 organizations donating to our Somerset Book Assistance Fund, which reimburses our students with up to $300 per semester when attending college or vocational school. Our first donation is from BLAST, Bellflower Leadership and Support Team, donating $700 to the Bernard Raven Memorial Scholarship Fund. Please give a big hand. Thank you, BLAST, for donating that money to our book scholarship fund. Our second donation is from the Bellflower Council PTA, donating $300 to the Bernard Raven Memorial Scholarship Fund. We'd like to thank the PTA for their generous donation. At this time, I'd like to invite Peggy Root from the Long Beach Federal Credit Union, who will be awarding 2 scholarships to our student. Peggy Root.
Good evening, everyone, and congratulations to our graduating class of 2014. I am here from the LBS Financial Credit Union, formerly known as the Long Beach Schools Federal Credit Union, and we were founded almost 80 years ago by educators and have always had a very, very strong focus on the importance of education. With that said, we have developed our annual scholarship program, and this year I have 2 scholarships to give out to 2 very deserving students in recognition of scholastic achievement. The first scholarship award goes to Lucia Villalobos. Our second scholarship award goes to Yusen Mazo.
Thank you very much. Our next scholarship is called the Schools First Credit Union Worthy Student Scholarship, again presented for academic achievement. We'd like to invite up Ernesto Ortiz to receive this scholarship. Ernesto? And finally, another scholarship from the Bellflower Leadership and Support Team, again, for academic achievement, a scholarship to Jasmine Ugalde. And now, for the time we've all been waiting for. I would like to call Dr. Brian Jacobs, Superintendent of Schools for Bellflower Unified School District, to the lectern for the presentation of Somerset High School's graduating class of 2014.
Thank you. My words will be rather brief but very important. Because as superintendent for the Bellflower Unified School District, I stand before this wonderful group of Somerset High School graduates of 2014. And graduates, I want to say thank you for making this year as your superintendent outstanding, and as your last year as a student within the Bellflower School District with tremendous success. And it is my privilege, by the authority vested to me by the state of California and the governing board of the Bellflower Unified School District, that I do hereby certify that the members of the class have completed the requirements for graduation as prescribed by the California Education Code and the policies of the Bellflower Unified School District. President Quadros, it's with tremendous pride that I present to you and the members of the governing board the Somerset High School class of 2014.
At this time, I would like to ask Ms. Debbie Quadros, President of the BUSD Board of Education, to come forward for the presentation of diplomas and certificates to Somerset High School and adult reentry students from the class of 2014. And we'd like to invite the whole Board of Education up to make that presentation.
Madeline Garcia. Brenda Islas. Sabrina Gonzalez. Lexis Knight. Erica McNeil. Crystalline Manning. Emily Contino. Caitlin Clam. Daniel Mota. Mary Jones. Jessica Melquiades. Myra Zavala. Vanessa Vasquez. Stephanie Ortiz. Jessica Quiñones. You're a teacher. Lucia Villalobos. Angel Martinez. Gabriel Ambris. Chris Murataya. Ernesto Ortiz. Adrián Ábalos. Carlos Romero. Joe Rivera. Fernando Escoto. Edward Farías. Cesario Rodríguez. Wilson Gutierrez. Caitlin Anderson. Giovanni Salinas. Jacob Borum. James Cifuentes. Daniel Hernandez. Alejandro Aguirre. Oh, your grandma? I know she wanted to give me the name. David Reyes. Or Jesus. Jesus Lopez. Gallardo. Tomás Gallardo. John Cordova. Yusin Maso. Jesus Madrid. Little Lauren Rivero. I'm glad you're here. That way and go around. William Smith. Angela Eisenhut. Luis Carlos Clemente. Eric Peretti. Daniel Medina Vega. Johnny Carrion. Catherine Massey. Stephanie Murillo. Ismael Martínez. Gabriela Estrada. Kaylee Burrier. Marlene Donis. Jacqueline Martinez. Sergio Gutierrez. Tyler Castaneda. Jesus Sandoval. Giovanni Uribe. Tina Keller. Jose Rivera. Gerardo Soriano. Markel Fauché. Jalen Norwood. Chris Smith. Analia Seves. Jessica Nichols. Brianna Lizárraga. Jacob Bartholomew. Daniel Burnell. Jacob Palomino. Bethany Escobar. Jasmine Urgalte. Alejandro Cortés. Valerie Villa. Juliana Soto. Vanessa Quintero. Santos Sendejas. Kishana Leonard. Deja Chadwick. Hold on. Jesse Garcia. Jordan Gillette.
Hey, where my auntie at?
Noah Fletcher. Darren Atkins. Khalil Wilson. Elijah Pierce. Joshua Chavez. Kai Chandler. Brittany Hill. Jatoya Haynes. Kiana Jones. Kayla Hudson. Arturo Perez Jr. Para Fleming. Para Fleming. Anthony Avalos. Cesar Rivas. Tyro McGee. Jordan Thomas. Jamal Pollard. Edgar Hernandez. Justin Tredo. Jose Avila. Fernando Clavel, a.k.a. Kalimba. Rudy Hernandez. Jessy Fuentes. Saúl Girarte. Giovanni Rivera. Danny Hernandez. Agustin Vasquez. Emilio Lazo. Sergio Regalado. Ashley Yoakum. Leslie Garcia. Sergio Godinez. Kevin Sheehan. Last but not least, Victor Gonzalez.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming this evening. A few final thoughts and a few directions so you know what we're going to do after the recessional. First of all, I'd like to request that the audience remain seated until the recessional is complete. I also like to thank our graduates for the hard work they've done, but especially give a heartfelt thanks to all of you that are here today that has had a part in their success. Just to let you know, during the recessional, students will walk across the stage one final time, row by row. After that, students will go to rooms 2, 3, and 4 to pick up their diplomas. I'd like to ask the audience to please remain behind the barriers until all students receive the diploma, after which students will be going back to you in this main quad area. You can also use the baseball field to meet with your students after the recessional. There will be ample time and opportunities for pictures. Students, after receiving their diploma, will return to this front area stage and to the baseball field to rejoin your families. Families, you may exit campus on the north gate and south gate next to the baseball field. And we'd like to thank you for sharing this special evening with us. At this time, I'd like to invite Dr. Jacobs for a final presentation of the graduates.
Graduates, if you please rise. Graduates, please rise. I have one final act as your superintendent. Graduates, there is a time-honored tradition to officially signify your new status as a graduate. It is because of your day-to-day efforts and your desire to want to achieve that you have met the standard of excellence, nothing less. You are now may move your tassel to the left side to indicate you are a graduate of Somerset High School. Congratulations. May God bless you and best wishes for your continued success in your new ventures. Thank you.